So many developers using AI coding tools are making the same mistake. They open Claude Code or Xcode's agent, type a prompt, and wonder why the output is generic, why it might be using navigation view instead of navigation stack, why it reaches for UI kit when the whole project is in SwiftUI. The agent doesn't know your project, it doesn't know your architecture, doesn't know your conventions, and every single session, it starts from zero, unless you give it this file. Claude.md, one markdown file at your project root that transforms a generic AI into a teammate that knows your codebase. Claude Code can read it, Xcode's built-in Claude Agent reads it, Codex reads it, every agent, every session, automatically. In this video, I'm building one from scratch, optimized for iOS and SwiftUI. If you've watched my Xcode 26.3 or MCP explain videos, this is a force multiplier. Those videos showed you the tools, this one makes them dramatically better. And at the end, you can go ahead and grab my exact template, copy it, fork it, use it today. Let's go ahead and dive on in. So some quick context, Claude.md is a markdown file that lives at the root of your project. When you start a Claude Code session or open the Xcode agent panel, the agent reads this file before doing anything else. Think of it as onboarding instructions for the smartest new hire who has zero context about your project. It can contain anything, your tech stack, your architecture patterns, your build system, testing conventions, even naming preferences. Whatever helps the agent make better decisions. There are three levels: project root, every agent reads it; user level, applies across all your projects; and nested. These are folder specific overrides. We're going to be starting with the project root because that's where 90% of the value is. Let's go ahead and build this. I have a fresh SwiftUI project open and no Claude.md yet. We're actually going to be adding this to our project root. So right next to our .xcode proj file, kind of looks like the blue app icon with the hammer, kind of like the Xcode icon, we're going to be creating a new file from template. We can actually use the markdown. Now I'm going to be calling mine Claude.md. A lot of the time people call this agents.md, totally up to you, but it will work for both Codex and Claude. Let's start off with the project identity. The agent needs to know what it's working with. So I start off by just titling it project context, and then I go into the overview. I'm telling it that I want to use iOS 26, SwiftUI app targeting iPhone and iPad. I want a minimum deployment of, say, iOS 26. I want to use the latest Swift 6 with any strict concurrency, and I want to use SwiftUI throughout, no UI kit unless absolute necessary. That last line really matters. Without it, the agent may default to UI kit patterns for anything it's unsure about. Be explicit about your framework preferences. Next is the architecture. This is where a lot of Claude.md files are a little bit too vague. Don't just say things like MVVM, spell out what it means in your project. So here I'm going to give it the title of architecture. I want to use MVVM with @observable view models, not observable object. I want views on their own view model as a state property. View models handle all the business logic. Navigation uses specifically navigation stack with navigation path, never navigation view. Any dependency injection through SwiftUI environment, use app storage for any simple user preferences, use Swift data for any persistent models. The agent will follow these if you write them down. It will guess wrong if you don't. Next is the build system. We can use the build project for completion. We don't want to use shell commands or Xcode build. We can use the previews available from render preview view. That's from the MCP. SPM for any package management. I don't like CocoaPods, and we want the build target. This is where you can include the name of your app. I would also include the deployment, whether it's macOS, iOS, Vision, Watch, etc. If you're using Xcode 26.3 with the MCP tools, those first two lines tell the agent to use Xcode's native build and preview tools instead of trying to shell it out. Next is testing. This is where generic agents a lot of the time fall apart. So for testing, we're going to tell it to use Swift testing framework, not XCTest. We want to test functions using the @test attribute, not the function test. Use the #expect macro for assertions, not XCTest assert equal. For the test targets, if you have testing added, make sure you reference it here, and run with run all test or run some tests MCP tools. Without this section, the agent often writes XCTest. Swift testing has been the standard since iOS 18, but a lot of the training data is dominated by XCTest examples. You have to overwrite that. Code style. All new views must include a preview block. Use SF symbols for icons, referenced by the exact name. For me, I like to prefer liquid glass materials for that iOS 26 UI. For any file organization, one type per file. We can even include naming conventions, let's say Pascal case for types, Camel case for properties, and we want to group files by features. We could provide it with a little bit of an example of what that looks like. All right, and that's your production Claude.md file for an iOS project. It only took a few minutes. Every agent session from now on is going to start with this context. Now let's put it to work. A real feature built entirely with AI prompts. The Claude.md we just wrote is going to drive every decision that the agent makes. I'm going to ask the agent to build a favoriting system. Bookmark any item in the app, persist it with Swift data, show a favorites tab, multiple files, data model, UI persistence, navigation wiring, all in one prompt. If you want to pause and copy this, otherwise I'll also include it in the description below. Then we're going to go ahead and send it. Can see that it's going to be reading the existing code. There's not too much code that already exists here because we just have the blank template for the content view. Now it's going to be searching for Swift data documentation on the model macro and container setups, making sure it's using the latest APIs. We can see it's doing a little bit of searching. Now it's getting all this context because we've given it the instructions to do so, which is really special. Okay, and I'm just jumping ahead a little bit. We can see all the steps after a few minutes of cooking that the AI agent took. We can see it's even using things like observable, the environment, we have the Swift data, etc., etc. So we can kind of see that using the instructions along the way, it even encountered an error, just needed to import content view on Swift data. It used that build project. It also did the preview screenshot for the content view, as well as for the the favorites list view here. It has the files that it created. Again, it put it under the favorites folder as we told it to do so. We said, hey, anytime you're creating a new feature, you must create a new kind of folder for it, right? We're grouping the files by feature. So in this case, the feature being favorites, it's grouped it, it put it in its own folder, just like we specified it to. And for the file organization, we have the one type per file. So it's following along with the Claude standards. So if we just really quickly go through, let's go ahead and open that folder with the favorites. We can see we have the favorite item button here. We always have it include that preview block. Here's the actual favorite item with the model. We then have the favorite list view with that navigation stack. That preview block once again with the sample data. And then we have our favorites manager with that at observable, handling all the CRUD options. Let's actually go to the list view, verify it works. Nice. That's great. So by using those instructions, we were really able to be specific, and it coded this feature out based on our prompt and based off of our Claude.md context. If you're ever curious and you want to verify that you are using the Claude.md or Agent.md, you can actually type /context in your AI chat here, and it'll show you the context or memory that it is using. So very helpful little command there. But what if you have 5 projects or 10? You don't want to have 10 copies of the exact same conventions. There's a good approach for this. If you're mainly using the developer AI coding assistant through Xcode itself, you could go to your library, developer Xcode, coding assistant, Claude Agent config.claude, and you can include the Claude.md there. If you're someone who is using the Claude in the terminal, you'll want to go to your .claude/claude.md. I'll put the directories for both of these in the description below as well. So this way it can read it every single time. I personally like to have different instructions on every single project, so I'll always include those in the project root. Now, if you want to have nested files, memory, or even specific instructions for certain aspects of your app. Let's say for networking, you want to have all API calls to use URL session, etc. You can actually create multiple agents or instruction markdown files and reference them within the folders. So let's say I created a networking folder here, and let's pretend I had some Swift logic handling network. We can create another Claude.md or perhaps networking Claude.md and put our instructions there. Same thing if we were using different features or store kit checkout. You can include these little kind of nested files for memory or agent context within those folders. Another helpful tip is when you are referencing things in the chat window here, you can use the @ symbol and then type out the file name if you really want to explicitly give it context for any of these markdown files, Swift files, anything in your project. This way, whenever the agent works in those folders, it can read the markdown instructions and those specific ones. So you get those layered context without bloating the main file. GitHub link in the description below if you want to grab this Claude.md and anything we built here today. You can copy it, fork it, adapt it for your project. The sections that really matter for iOS devs are the overview, architecture, build system, testing, documentation, preferences, and code style. If you do have different branding conventions or naming conventions, even specific things like padding and layout, always feel free to include them here, make it your own, but now you have the template to work with. Start with this, run a prompt, then customize it as you build. Add your specific API patterns, whatever makes this project unique. The file can kind of grow with your project. So only a few minutes of setup, every AI interaction after that is better. That's the deal. Put in the work now, reap the rewards. So Claude.md, that one file, your architecture, conventions, preferences, every agent can read it, whether that's Codex or Claude. Every session starts informed, the difference between a generic AI output and code that matches your project. If you watched my previous Xcode 26.3 video, the agent you set up here gets dramatically better with this file. If you watched the MCP explained, the servers you connected work with better context if you're using Claude through your terminal. This is the connective tissue. So template in the description below. See you in the next one. Dream big, code bigger.